there is something that says in the description about view the armor and weapons of other players through custom UI. So I've loaded in a second controller and I've just put my character over there in some netherite armor, and we can see there's a little indicator at the top that says helmet, chest plate, trousers and shoes. And if I changed the armor, the helmet, basically it will change to the new one. And the texture pack that we're reviewing for Throwback Thursday this week is the Simple PvP Texture Pack by Giggle Studios. It's currently rated 4.2 stars out of 5 stars from 451 reviews, and it currently costs 990 mine tokens, which is the equivalent of £4.99 in my local currency. It says sleek, slim and simple PvP textures with Giggle Studios Simple PvP. Custom overlays, view the armor and weapons of other players through custom UI, short swords and sleek textures. Let's get this texture pack reviewed. Welcome back to the home of the texture pack review. I am your host, the Dasman, and we are back for another Throwback Thursday episode of the texture pack review, and we're in a brand new creative world for the Simple PvP texture pack by Giggle Studios. Before we begin, please do leave a like on the video, drop a comment down below with your opinion, your feedback, your suggestions, or your review of the pack. Awesome to read those every time. And if you're new to the channel, please do hit the subscribe button as well. I would greatly appreciate it. I'm going to jump over to the left hand side and we're going to get the GUI on the screen while I just kind of explain a few things, you know how we do on the channel here at the moment. So with a PvP pack at the moment, I'm not the biggest fan of them. I don't really like PvP packs. I'm not a PvP player. I don't like how the worlds usually end up looking. I don't like the fact that my skin has been set to a default style skin. I cannot use my skin. Not the biggest fan of PvP in general. And when we're looking at PvP packs, they are somewhat different to normal texture packs. Whereas a normal or quote unquote normal texture pack is all about how it looks, the artistic feel, the theme, how the blocks all merge together. A PvP pack has a few different areas that it tries to focus on. It's all about visibility. It's all about being able to recognize blocks as quickly as possible. It's like clear menus, short swords, low fire, identifiable blocks, and just things of that ilk that make PvPing easier and makes the player a bit more alert. And that's another reason why I don't really like these texture packs, because you don't use these texture packs in survival. You use these texture packs in PvP worlds where you're fighting against other players. So I wanted to get that out of the way so you guys knew straight away that I'm coming from an angle where this isn't going to be a pack for me. But it was requested by somebody on the channel that I do this review, and I'm always happy to do that on Throwback Thursdays. So if you have any texture pack you want to see me review, whether I've already reviewed it and you want me to do an update, or it's a different pack that I've never reviewed before, make sure you get your suggestions down in the comments. I'll add it to the list. So with that being said, first of all, yes, this is me. I'm not in my super duper cool attire. I am not the Dasman as you would know him. I am a simple Steve, apparently. I think that has something to do with how they're touching the files. It's just a little bit weird. I don't really like it. Bear with me a second while I get the UI back on the screen. There we go. We get the UI back on the screen, so that's easier to see. But if we look at the world, to start judging the world as we would do normally, this has to be one of the first PvP packs that I've seen that doesn't try to implement a battle world style skybox. Normally we've got like planets and stuff in the sky. This doesn't have it. This keeps it quote unquote simple. Looking at the colors, it's very bright. We've got very bright greens, very bright blues, very bright yellows. It's a very bright world. And if we get down closer, we can have a look at the water. We've got a pulsing, very difficult to focus on checkerboard animation in that water. Not the biggest fan of that at all. If we come over here, we can see the grass. It's just noisy for noisy's sake. I don't see how this is easy to look at. As we can see here on the chickens as well, this pack, while it is about a year old, maybe a little bit longer than a year old, it has also got to suffer with the Spring to Life update. So chickens, cows, and pigs are not updated in this pack, or have been broken by Minecraft and it hasn't been updated. And I also don't know how out of date this pack is. We'll find out together. So we won't be looking at those today. But yeah, I mean, looking at what we're seeing here, it's not easy to look at all. I can forgive the bright colors, right? I can forgive the brightness and the massive attack on the eyes from the color, but the detail is very tough. I mean, if we're running through here, imagine you're looking out for somebody to come and attack you, and you're just being attacked by not only the roughness of this texture of the grass, but also the overabundance of sticky out grass that we've got here as well. The sand too, it's the same design. It's the exact same design, just a different color. And it's not even done to merge in together. They are very much just independent blocks that look exactly the same. It's very weird. I don't know. I need PvPers to get down in the comments, right? This is one of those packs where my opinion doesn't matter. This is about showing you guys what we see, and you guys tell me whether or not it's good or not. And I just give you the opportunity to see it. Got sandstone in here, not necessarily the worst thing in the world. Okay, if I pop that away, do I get to see any stone? No. Do we have any stone? Yeah, up here, here we go. We can see some stone. And, I mean, at least it's not a reused texture, right? But we've got the dirt, again, just kind of giving that Rugrats animation that I don't get it. Is it simple? It's noisy. I'll give it noisy. I mean, the description says sleek, slim and simple PvP textures. I don't know if I'd use the word sleek, in all honesty. Do we have a sheep? I tell you what, because we're not looking out for too much, I'll get one from here. We can see the menu is see-through, which gives us better visibility. Now, that is a PvP staple right there. Does it quite well. We've got the brown, or the slightly brown, mostly transparent menu looking quite nice. Let's go for a sheep. We'll just pop this out. Oh. That looks very vanilla. This is one of those ones where, because the cows, the chickens, and the pigs are broken, I don't actually know if this... I mean, the eyes look hella vanilla, right? And why are they all white sheep? Can we get a colored sheep out here, please? Any color would do. There we go. And then if we shear this, so it's got a black body with gray, black body with white. Okay. Almost looking like a texture error in how they've done that. But okie dokie. Let's just quickly set this back to daytime as well. I don't know. That felt very vanilla. Almost broken as well style of vanilla there. If we come over here, we can have a look at horses. We've got on here. Yeah, you see, look, I think that sheep was broken because you can tell this square design is apparent on every texture, apparently. I mean, these look quite clean. They look quite sleek. Again, noisy. They look patchy and spotty because of that square design. But they look smooth. They look polished. Not bad at all. Give the devil its due, you know. They don't look terrible. Skeleton horses. Okay, I like the kind of darker bottom and then the lighter top. That's cool. Again, you can see those squares as well. So yeah, I'm going to say that sheep was a vanilla sheep, really. And then last but not least, we've got the zombie horse. Very basic, fair dues. And then again, that square, very apparent. I'm going to be honest with you, it's not been the best start. It's got a few things against it, being a PvP pack, being by Giggle Studios, what it's done to my skin and how noisy it is. It's not the best start in the world. Let me know down in the comments what you guys are thinking. We're going to head over to that village behind me and we're going to see what's happening there. Did you know that Dazman plays games other than Minecraft? Head over to Dazman Plays and you'll see a complete catalogue of games that we play through from start to finish in long play videos, aiming for about an hour a video, start to finish, blind, playing through games and hopefully completing them. Or maybe you want to see Dazman react to a whole load of new content, whether it be other Minecraft content that doesn't appear on the main channel or other content in general. then head over to the Dasman Reacts YouTube channel and make sure to subscribe to both and help both channels grow. So I'm approaching this village here now. Okay, we got some weirdness going on here. Let's see what's happening down here. So again, the same design, the same texture on the path. What's this? Grass block. So grass on the water is blue? Okay. I mean, I like the blue. That's not bad. It's quite interesting how it's transitioning across. Transitions really nicely over there as well. Cobblestone feels a bit vertical bricky, but it's nice. That's smooth. I like that. As it understates the squares inside it. That's cool. The oak log is nice as well. I don't think it's terrible. I just think maybe because it's an overabundance of grass, it's not that great. We've obviously got the unupdated firefly bushes. Got villagers here. Let's see what happens. All right, so we've got diversity. That's awesome to start with. These feel very vanilla. We've got the squares around there, so you can tell this is vanilla faithful. Okay, when you're running through, you don't want to be confused by textures. You want to know what you're dealing with. So that makes sense. And then if we go up here, there was an iron golem around. Where's he gone? Anywhere so I can see him? Down there we are. Iron golem. Again, that patchy square design. But it works. It's clean. Not as noisy as the grass. I think what happens is the grass has a lot of squares on that smaller block face, whereas here it's a lot more sporadic. Easier to look at. It's winning some stuff back. A lot more polish coming in here. A lot cleaner. And at least they're sticking to theme, right? You got to give them that. Sticking to theme is always a good idea. Let's set it to nighttime and let's see what hostile mobs look like. All right, so it's nighttime now. We've got the moon rising. Very basic moon. They've even tried to put the square there. I can see it. I can see it. Looking around the world, it's not too bad. I mean, it does feel a little bit brighter in areas. Obviously, we've got the light coming off some lava down there, I think. But yeah, no, that overall Minecraft feel is here. I think it works really well having a standard sky. I think that looks very nice. It's of a good effect. Some good light up over there too. The fog isn't too bad. It's quite clean. Let's get a night vision potion. Now remember, arachnophobia warning. There will be spiders here. Not sure how realistic they're going to look, but there will be spiders. We've also got a creeper over here. Hello, mate. Now, the creeper's a different tone to the grass. Not always a good start. That consistent cube again. Just, yeah, it's simple. It's living up to its name. One thing I will say, though, there is no way this pack should be 990 mine tokens. That's one thing I'm going to say straight away. There is absolutely no way this pack should be that expensive. I don't care how transparent the menu is. I don't care how see-through this is. It should never. What are you looking at, mate? This guy's got some like buggy eyes, and then there's a bit of character to him. Looks like he's got like a goatee or something there. Also looks like he's got a log head. Fair dues. I mean, I'm not exactly impressed. That skeleton's very poor. I like that it's missing its jawline, but the white doesn't look like it belongs here. You could have even gone for what they did with the skeleton horse, with the white into the darker tone downwards, but nope, they didn't bother. Okay. And then is there a spider around here for us? I'm not overly impressed by this though, really. I'm trying to be, but I'm really not. There's a spider. Here we go. Okay, so we've got that consistent square again, but yeah, faithful to vanilla, really. They've given it their own ownership with this patchy squares, but that's about as much as I can do. We're flying through here at the moment. There really isn't much to talk about. I'm not impressed by it. Let me know what you guys are thinking down in the comments. Hopefully somebody can tell me what is good about this as a texture pack, and hopefully we'll start to see what makes it good as a PvP pack very soon as well. Alright, so we're standing or floating or flying above an ocean monument here with night vision potions still on. I'm liking some of the colors from up here. Let's get underneath and see how this goes. Okay, so they've gone back to that Y-shaped prismarine brick face here. You see that Y? I haven't seen this for a while, actually, it feels like. But we are back to it. But then they've added in their squares as well to noisy it up a bit. In fact, I don't like the prismarine. I liked it from afar with the color. And the color is changing as it goes. But I don't know, man. Like, anything you build in here is going to be covered in these little squares. I could live without that, to be honest with you. There's sea lantern. It's quite a fast animation, but other than that, it's quite a nice texture. Very bright, which is always good. If we pop in here, what do we have going on here? Okay, they've smoothed out the Guardian. And that's one thing that, like, since we started with dirt and grass, has gotten a lot better. A lot of the textures have gotten a lot cleaner and a lot easier to look at. So that's definitely a positive. It's vanilla color scheme, really not too tough going on there. Same for the standard Guardian. They've obviously added in the blocks or the squares on the side there as well, which we're just seeing consistent throughout. And that, I think, is a detriment. I think it's good to have a theme, but I do think having every block with the same pattern or as close to the same pattern as possible is really annoying. We've got some drowned here. Very much cousins to the zombies. Lighter blue, though, which I can appreciate. I do like that light blue. That seems to be what they've gone for the underwater mobs. And the ocean blocks is this kind of cooler color here. Still just very basic and simple, though. And I feel like that, while it sticks to its name as a simple PvP pack, simple does mean that you shouldn't be paying a lot for it. So I still think that this pack is overpriced. And I still want to know what you guys think. We're going to go underground now, and we're going to have a look at trial chambers. And now we're in the trial chamber, and wow, it feels like the whole pack has taken a bit of a turn now, because it's really lent into that simple aesthetic, that simple design. And by that, I don't necessarily mean a compliment. It is polished, it is clean, it does look high quality, but my days, is it boring. Like, there's no detail here. It's very soft, it's very clean. It's good to see that it's updated. I like the color, but wow, it's almost too smooth. I don't even know if that's a fair criticism, but to me, it doesn't feel great. And after seeing cobblestone, after seeing the oak logs, the dirt, it just feels like we've walked into another pack, which is very weird. If we get the breeze. Okay, again, we've kind of gone very soft in the colors. No real detail. Definitely stripped back. It's almost gone very minimalist, which is not what we were getting from the rest of the pack. And now it's starting to feel like it's off theme. That's weird. Let's head over to the Armoury now. I'm very aware that we've flown through quite a few of these sections very quickly, but there's just been nothing to talk about. All right, then. So we are in the Armoury now. We can have a look at how the world is generating, and it feels very vanilla. There's not much going on in terms of different colors. There's not really much going on in terms of the design. Some rectangles, some squares. As we pop around, you see it here. So the deep slate has more rectangles and squares, whereas the tough has a few more squares themselves. But before we get into the actual Armoury itself, there is something that says in the description about view the armor and weapons of other players through custom UI. So I've loaded in a second controller, and I've just put my character over there in some netherite armor, and we can see there's a little indicator at the top that says helmet, chest plate, trousers, and shoes. And if I change the armor, the helmet, basically, it will change to the new one. And so you can see when they swap it out. If we take any armors off, you can see they disappear. Now, you do not get to see the weapons, which means that the description is a lie, which is very annoying that it would do that. And so, yeah, that does feel a little bit annoying that they mention you can see what weapon somebody's using and then I can't make it work. I can't have it look. Maybe I've made a mistake. Maybe somebody can correct me in the comments. Please do. But with that being said, then let's have a look. So we've got the cherry blossom trees here. It looks a bit harsh, but hey, at least there's some detail here. At least there's some color and some design. We've got the oak trees here. We've got the spruce, the birch. I actually like that they've not lent on a current design for birch. They've added their own design. That feels very nice. I actually like the uniqueness of that. Jungle here as well. Then we've got the spruce, not the spruce, the acacia, the pale oak, which has been updated, which is actually quite shocking. I'm very impressed that this has been updated. We've got the creaking here too, updated. The dark oak here, and then the mangrove tree as well. Nothing really jumping out as super amazing other than the fact that the pale oak has been updated, so very happy with that. Bamboo looking green here, okay. We've got the doors looking sleek. I think I said it a couple sections ago. The blocks have gotten a lot more polished. Ignore the grass. While it's clean, it's noisy. Everything else doesn't feel as noisy, although I say that, I'm looking at the beds, and the beds look very noisy. Okay. As do the walls, actually. You can definitely tell, though, it's not pixelated, it's not blurry, it's not rough looking quality-wise, which is always good. We've got the creaking hearts here, the precious blocks and the ores. So another one that's always good is to have the ores be easily recognizable. So we've got the iron, the gold. I want to say that's copper. It's not, it's diamond. Okay. Well, that's terrible, in my opinion. That diamond would be red. We've got lapis lazuli, redstone, coal, so you copper. It's like, that's just, so you'd be running at copper in a PvP world, thinking it's diamond, and very quickly losing out. Emerald, bright green. Okay. The glass carries good color. Fair dues. And then we've got the blocks. So we're going to see a lot of repeated patterns here in the squares. It's just, like I say, it's polished. It is getting more and more polished. The bricks look very nice. I just get really tired of this. And it is, look, you can fully see that is exactly the same as that underneath. They just added in this kind of crafting table design. What's this? Pale oak? Pale oak slabs. I mean, they look nice. Got the resin here as well. I'm very glad that this is updated. Bone block, slime, honey. Okay. All of the wool are the same, just different colors. Okay, we've got the coral blocks. They're there. Nothing really jumping out as awesome, though. Just, I mean, for what you're paying, at least it's not blurry. At least it's not low effort in quality, I guess. It's really difficult. What they've done well, but what they've done isn't great. Is probably the best way to put it. Although bricks look nice. I do find that I prefer the bricks in a lot of texture packs. Over here, I mean, that looks rough. That looks terrible right there. Yeah, that is the worst block in this pack so far. I have no qualms on saying that. Gilded blackstone is low effort. Copper is not, is that copper? It is copper. Like, these don't fit. These do not fit in the pack. They don't even fit with copper. Very weird. These look clean. And then, yeah, again, look, these don't fit either. These are nice. I mean, I'm not going much higher than average at this point. I don't know how this pack has been rolling with a 4.2 rating. I'm going to need somebody to educate me on this. Let's head into here then and see the armors. So we've got leather armor here. Uneventful. Inoffensive. Fair, fine there. Weapons. Weapons are copy and paste. I'm not going to go into a rant about it. I like my weapons to look different. These are copy and paste. If you're not going to get unique weapons in a PvP pack, what's the point? Chainmail. Alright. Just noisy, really. Copy and paste weapons. Up and over here, we've got iron. Very noisy. These look bad. These are not as polished as the blocks. Up again. Wait. Excuse me, over here. Yeah, okay, so the armors are copy and paste as well. They're just different colors. Very noisy, very low effort. Absolutely hate the red design of diamond. It's so weird because diamond should be diamond color. Play around with the netherite color. Leave my diamonds alone, man. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. And then netherite, no. The elytra's terrible. The trident is low effort. The shield is clean, but whatever. Same for the mace, the heavy core. Hey, at least the bundles are updated and they're the right size. That's good. I'm happy with that. We need to get a pumpkin, which I don't have. So bear with me while I try and find a carved pumpkin here. There one is. Thank you. I'm going to put that on to there. And then I'm going to wear one. Like so. Okay. All right. Well, visibility is key. That's probably a good thing for PvP. Easy visibility. This will be a good one for going to the Nether as well. So I can see usage there. And if we're wearing it, okay. Inoffensive. Inoffensive. I don't know. There is like the odd one or two things to really like. That looks terrible. Okay. There is the odd one or two things to really like here, but there's a lot here that I just don't like. It's not resonating with me. I'm very sorry. Let's head to the Nether now and let's see what's going on there. So into the Nether we go. I'm not really sure why this is called a simple PvP mashup. Maybe somebody can give me some history on that, but I'm not really sure why that's the case. As we're loading in, it takes a little while to load in here. Nice color change on the menu though, as we try to find some positives. I do apologize that I'm like negative in this. Let me know, are you still able to enjoy the reviews even when I am negative? I'm not going to sit here and lie though, that's the problem. But we've got the Nether then, so again we've got that same pattern just repeated over and over again. It's a nice light blue fog, but not really reinventing the wheel at all. Got a ghast. This ghast has a skin condition and he's crying about it. Fair enough. I mean, inoffensive, does the job, simple. Not going to hold it against it. Not at all. Not at all. They've added some ownership to it there themselves. It's okay. Let's keep going through here, see what we can see as we go around. We've got the lava. Oh. Oh, I don't like that. I don't like that. That grid checkboard pattern. The flashing animation of the water. Yeah, I don't like that. That's really harsh to look at. What else do we have going on around here? Get me out of a Soul Sand Valley. Show me some actual areas, please. Can't be Soul Sand forever, can it? Got Netherrack here. It's the dirt block design again, isn't it? Fair dues. This basalt. Okay. This stuff, basalt again. Looking very loggy. Wonder if anybody else was getting that vibe. Trying to find stuff to show you guys here, but there's not much, in all honesty. We've got, oh, finally, we've got something. We've got a zombified piglin here. Gone for the full green. Okay, simple, clean. Yeah, not bad. Not bad at all. I would hit it as an average. Yeah. Same again. Magma cubes. Looking very vanilla. Over here we got some ores around. We've got the Crimson Nylium biome here as well. Like, again, you look at this and then you look at what we were looking at in terms of the trial chamber. Two different texture packs. We found a fortress here too. Let's go into here and see what happens. The bricks feel a little bit digital. Almost old school Game Boy style graphics, but it works. It's fine. Get through here. Oh, it's not low fire. How does this have a 4.2 rating? It's not low fire like you would expect in PvP. One thing I never checked as well, actually. Let me just grab a sword. It is short swords. Okay, that's good to know. Blazes. Looks like melted cheese. Okay. And then do we have a wither around? Or a wither skeleton, sorry. All right, so we've been able to find a wither skeleton here, and yeah, it's just a flip of a skeleton, isn't it? Not much going on there. Again, kept simple. I won't hold it against it, but I'm not going to give it marks for it. Like, everything I'm looking at here is just, it's clean, but it's average. I hope that makes sense. Do we have the wither? Let's get the wither out here. All right, so the wither is loading up. It's blue when it loads. It's going to pop. And then, yeah, it doesn't really reinvent the wheel again. Again, average for me. I mean, there comes a time when you have to ask. Clean and polished and quality is good. Of course it is. But does it replace creativity? Does it replace passion and, like, just artistic design? That's a question that I think we need to ask. Because if it does, then this is, all right, maybe this is a 7. But then I would factor in the fact that we're losing our own skin, that there's a lie in the description, and it still knocks it down to a 6 for me. I can't go much higher than a 6 at this point. Let me know what you guys think. Let's head off to the end now. Let's see what the Ender Dragon looks like. All right, so into the end we go. And you know what? I like the end stone. I'm going to say it. I like the end stone. Just because it's something. You know, it's not the same rubbish pattern. It's something new. It doesn't even have that same rubbish pattern superimposed underneath it, really. I can argue that these squares are just shadings. It's new. I like it. The Enderman, it's plain and it's got the same skin condition. I don't like it. The Void is absolutely fine. Looks cool. And then if we go over here, we've got the Ender Dragon. Plain, simple, boring, average. Average. I mean, what more do we want to do there, to be honest with you? Average is the best I can get for you. Do we have a shulker that I can just quickly spawn in? I wasn't very prepared for it. Yeah, over there. Let's grab that. Let's place him down. Again, it's that same sickness. And then plain. I don't know what to say about this pack, to be honest with you. I'm sorry. Let's head to the ancient city. Let's see what the Warden is. And let's go and give my average review. Alright, so we're in the ancient city now then. And we've got blue skulk. And it's quite a bright blue skulk. I like that. I'm willing to look past the squares. I like that. The ownership, the creativity added on here. Okay, that's cool. Yeah, that is nice. And then you've got the clean, polished nature of the brick blocks here as well. These usually always look nice, though. I don't think many texture packs get these wrong at this point. But the blue is very bright and it's very nice. It kind of makes me wish the diamond was blue or the skulk was red. You know, if we were going on theme for color or something, I don't know. But okay, I'm pleasantly happy with that. Not bad. Let's get the Warden out of here. All right, if I've counted right, the Warden should be about to spawn. Somewhere? There he is. Oh, and he's blue. Okay. Oh, and he's an upset chappy. All right. Fair dues. I mean, there's a change there. The color's changed. They've added some ownership, some creativity, some artistic style to it. It still looks clean. It's on brand. It's on theme. Okay. Happy with that. So what are we going to give this texture pack out of 10? I mean, I've alluded to it enough times, haven't I? I'm going to give this a 6 out of 10. And for me, that's average. I don't like that we're forced to use this terrible skin. I didn't like the trial chamber and how out of place it looked. I don't like the repeated square pattern that we see. There's certain PvP things that I don't like low fire isn't there. Why does no PvP pack ever do anything unique with weapons and armors? I don't like the fact that there's a lie in the description as well. But then you get things like the blue skulk looking really, really nice. Then you get things like a lot of the blocks are polished, are good quality, are easy to look at. They're just boring. And so I think 6 is fair until you look at the price. And then I start to talk myself out of 6 and think, you know what, this should be a 4 or a 5. It's overpriced. It's 100% overpriced, but it is quite well kept up to date. So that is another good thing that goes with it. So a lot of ups, well, a few ups, a lot of downs, trying to be positive. I'm going to go for a 6. On another day, it could have been a 5. Let me know down in the comments what you guys think. What's your review? What's your score? Always interested. And if you could, let me know when I'm negative about a pack. Are you still able to enjoy the review? Do you guys see where I'm coming from? Am I being overly negative? Give me some feedback down in the comments, please. Leave a like on the video if you enjoyed this. I would greatly appreciate it. And if you're new to the channel, please do hit that subscribe button as well. We're so close to 6,000 subscribers. We can almost touch it. Please help us get there. And that's 6% of the way to 100,000. I mean, why wouldn't you want to join in? Thanks for watching, everybody. Peace.